today on EA Sports. This is the National Football League.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Up past the 30, second down coming up. Now, these two teams, the Bengals and Titans, you might remember they met in the divisional round of the playoffs last year, and that was a shocker. Titans seeded #1 at home, coming off the bye. They were upset by the upstart Bengals, 19-16 on a 35-degree January day in Nashville.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
At first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Tannehill.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Burrow will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Henry up the middle.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Henry. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 35.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. Touchdown! Traylon Burks, 35 yards. And the Titans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And the quarterback was in the pocket, flushed out, had to go on the run, little scramble drill action, but still able to make the play for the score.
Where's Sir Francis Tarkenton when you need him? I know that wasn't him on the field, but I see that number 10 running around right now, creating those types of plays. These guys today are emulating him.
Wasn't sure you were going to get Sir Francis Tarkenton into the broadcast, but you did, my friend. Well done.
Hey, every now and then we got to bring back the old guys, don't we?
Yeah. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
They'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this one to Boyd.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry.
A tackle there by Rashad Weaver.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now.
Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A first down carry for Henry. They find some open field here.
And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Knocks over another. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Runs over it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Burrow.
Slant pass to Boyd.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action with Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
To Mixon on the check down.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill steps away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
127 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Tannehill now to throw.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Henry again.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill.
Caught by Woods.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
It's complete. Burks.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down. Here's Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack on first down, Burrow, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To the air again, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Got a man, it's Chase.
And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where
and he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 158 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Bengals take over, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Burrow. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A give to Henry. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Throwing, Burrow. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offenses execute at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.